Okay, so today I want to know about those. Okay, how your farm has been going concerning your snail farming. So to know challenges so far, how the farm has been going. Okay, I want to know for those who have been having one or two challenges, like I've received most complaints recently about the snail eggs. I've been getting complaint on how to hatch snail eggs from a from few persons who are into snail farming recently. And I want to say this that the first thing first to learn, those are the first stages, things that one needs to learn when you are engaging in snail farming is how to first stocking the snails and ensuring the feeding and adequate space for the snails to move, to mate, and to when they move freely, when they have adequate space for them to move freely, to mate, and when you feed them the right balanced diet meal, and definitely there will be eggs. Because I've been having complaints like I've sucked my snails for over 5 months, no eggs, and the snails are not like things are not progressing. And I want to say this that you being a farmer, there's the farmer, a lot of things you need to do to ensure your snails are faring well in terms of laying eggs. If the farm is not conducive enough for the snail's well-being, the snail cannot mate and the snail cannot lay eggs. So it is your responsibility to ensure that there is adequate space, and overcrowding can also affect mating. When there's too much crowd, you stock a lot of snails in a particular pen, when the snails is too much in a particular pen, it can affect mating and it can affect production, because the egg is the business. When the snail lay egg, that's when there's production and business will be going on well. So I think it is the responsibility of hello Eva. Okay, where are you watching from? I think it's the responsibility of the snail farmer to put necessary things in place to ensure the snails are growing well, and the snails are hello Billy. And the snails are growing well, and the snails are thriving, and business is ongoing well. So when you have a pen, and if the pen is enough, can contain your snails, probably you have about 100 snails, and if the pen is big enough to contain the snails and there is not too much overcrowding, and because overcrowding can lead to mortality. If there's too much of snails in a particular pen, it can lead to mortality, and it can, in the sense that it can lead to cannibalism, and when there is cannibalism is occurring in a particular pen, it can result to mortality. The aspect whereby there's too much snails in a pen, you see one snail feeding on the other snails. That's what cannibalism is all about. You see a bigger snail feeding on a smaller snail. That is what cannibalism is all about. You'll be cracking the shell of the smaller snail. So it's advised to avoid cannibalism. You don't put snails of different sizes together in a particular pen. So we need to know this and to avoid such practices. So if you are stocking snails, stock snails of a particular size. If you are stocking jumbo size snail, let it be jumbo size. Let it be jumbo size. Just a jumbo size alone. If you are stocking grass or ashling, let it be ashling alone. So the aspect whereby you stock snails of different sizes together in one pen can result to cannibalism, and there's no way where you will see progress. There's no way where you see progress. So when you stock point of lay, like egg laying snails, the snails at the verge of laying, when you stock a point of lay snails together, and they should not be overcrowded. You put them in a particular pen, at least it will encourage the snails to mate, and to have adequate space for them to move freely, to mate and to lay eggs. And the snail cannot lay eggs when you don't feed them. So it's important you feed them the proper meal. When you feed them the proper meal, the proper vegetables, calcium, and every other rich formulated feed, you carry out all of these practices. When you do all of this, your snail will definitely thrive well. Your snail will definitely goes well. They will mate, they will feed well, and they will lay fertile eggs. And most farmers have been complaining on how to hatch their snail eggs. I've uploaded several videos on how to incubate the snail eggs. In using the loamy soil method or the sawdust method. There are several methods where you can incubate your snail eggs. It's either you are using the loamy soil method or you can use the sawdust method. So I think most people don't know how to carry out the aspect of incubating snail eggs with loamy soil. So if you are finding it difficult, you can check my previous videos which I uploaded on how to incubate the snail eggs. So you can check and you see the topic where I made a content on that. I made a content on how to incubate snail and the process of when you see the eggs. I made a video on that. First of all, use a plastic spoon, very soft plastic spoon to pick the eggs. Most times, most people think it is that when they carry out the incubation of the snail eggs and the process of managing the incubator, that's when they are failing. But sometimes they also have there's also a challenge of when you use a metal spoon, it can also affect the ashability. So making use of a plastic spoon to pick the eggs, and ensure you pick the eggs properly and you place them on the incubator. If you are using either the loamy soil or the sawdust, you place the eggs there and you ensure you put it in a room temperature environment, and you carry out the process of moistening the eggs, hopefully within days. If it's within 3 days, whenever you find the incubator is getting dry, either the loamy soil or the sawdust is getting dry, you can add a little water to ensure the incubator is moist, and you place it in a proper, conducive, safe environment away from predators like rats and other forms of creeping insects that can damage the egg. So that's what to do. When you do this method well, your snail egg will definitely form well, and there will be hatchlings when it's the right time to emerge. I'll be back. Okay. I have to talk myself. I write something. Okay. All right. So when you carry out the process of incubating the snail eggs in the right way, come here. when you carry out the process of incubating the snail eggs in the proper way, in the right procedures, definitely you have hatchlings. When it's about to hatch, you definitely get a good hatchlings, a good amount of hatchlings. That's how it is. So whatever challenges you are finding, you can drop your comment from the comment section to know if you want to engage in snail farming. You want to have an idea, you want to practice. If you want to, there's no snail in your environment, you want to see how you can breed snails for consumption purpose. I know there are some persons who have been going through my content and they are finding some challenges on how to start snail farming. Of course, you can drop your comment from the comment section. We can guide you through we'll give you the right knowledge on how to do all of that. Snails is very expensive in the market. Yes, snails is a very expensive meat, and most people find it difficult to purchase for consumption. That's why we encourage people out there to go into snail farming. It's a very good, rich agricultural farming you can do. Farming is very rich, and I think it's not just snail farming alone. There are other either livestock, crop you can go into. Farming is good. Farming help to ensure there is availability of food, formidable food control. Farming help for food security. Farming is very rich. I think there's no country without that are not doing farming. At least we need to engage in snail farming and other forms of farming like livestock, cattle, any kind of farming, because it will ensure there is availability of food. So farming is very rich. Most people ignore the aspects of going into farming. They think it's not a form of white collar job, but no. In the present century, farming is very good. When you go into farming, you ensure there is food for people to consume, because man cannot do without food. Food is a basic human want, so farming is very important. We all need, every nation, every communities, every state across Nigeria, beyond, we need to engage in farming, because man needs to eat, and you need food on a daily basis to sustain you, to make sure you are healthy, you are strong, and otherwise. So food is very important. So that's why we must inculcate the idea of farming. We should make it a continuum process from generation to generation. So it's very important we do farming in our society, because to ensure availability of food for man to consume. So you can start your snail farming at home. Not necessarily you must do it very big, in a bigger scale. No, you can start small. You can go into snail farming in a smaller scale. From there, you test your managerial practices to see how you are doing it well. You can stock about 50 points of lay snails. You have a little pen within your balcony. You can grow them. Learn the aspect of growing them, and the aspect of feeding, the aspect of ensuring your snails are safe, because you, the farmer, you need to ensure your snails are safe. When your snails are safe, your snails are well maintained, your snails will definitely grow well and lay fertile eggs. So it is your responsibility to ensure the snails farm is in a good condition. Like I earlier reiterated in my several videos, I said that before you go into snail farming, you have to have an idea, you learn, and that's again the environment, You look out for a conducive environment, and the environment must be safe, away from a flood prone, a place that is prone to flood, a place away from excessive heat. There should not be heat. There should not be excessive sunlight. Snail even prefer a dark environment, a place that is dark. Snail prefer a dark environment, a place that is away from sunlight, a place away from excessive heat, a place that is not prone to flood. So these are places, these are areas where you can grow up your snails, and you being the farmer, you can ensure you dedicate your time, being patient enough to take care of your snails, and when your snails are growing well, definitely you benefit from it. So it's not a farming that will take much of your capital. It is less capital intensive. So it's not farming that involve a lot of money, a lot of spending on daily basis. No. So there are many things out there you can feed your snail. So don't think most people will say snail farming is very difficult. It's not really difficult. If whatever challenges you are passing, you can drop your experience from the comment box. We'll discuss about it, contact you, can give you some tips on how to ensure you benefit from what you are doing. And again, we for those in Nigeria who are into the snail farming already, okay, the Harmattan season is fast approaching, and this season farming have a lot of challenges. You'll be experiencing hibernation. You'll be experiencing most snails find it difficult to feed at this time, when you'll be experiencing a lot of challenges. So for those who practices intensive system, this is right time you start stocking your munch to ensure your snails are cool. You stock a lot of munch, a lot of mulch material like the dry plantain, which is commonly used. You can stock a lot of it to ensure your snails are safe. Also, at this time, most when the environment is dry, it can affect the well-being of the snails. It can affect feeding, it can affect mating, and it can also affect eggs production. So, harmattan season is a very difficult season for snail farmers, but when you carry out the necessary procedures, the necessary way of doing the harmattan season farming, your snails will definitely goes well. So most snails, sometimes your snails can still be laying even at this season. It's just for you to put in the necessary techniques. When you put in the necessary techniques, your snails will definitely thrive well. They'll definitely mate, grow, and lay eggs. Even yes, at this dry season that is fast approaching. So it's just your responsibility to ensure the necessary equipment, the materials are readily available before that time. So you can do that. When you do that, your snails will be safe, and they will definitely thrive and live well. So it's a very interesting farming. It's a very interesting farming. So if you are finding it difficult to purchase snails, or there are no snails market in the environment where you are, you can engage in snail farming for self-consumption. If you want to go into commercial farming, you can also do that, but partnership is very important. Whatever business you are doing, partnership is very important in the commercial scale. But there are some persons in far northern Nigeria who find it difficult to see a snail market within where they are. You can go into snail farming in a smaller scale. Yes, some places in northern Nigeria there is no snail market, and because of that, most people find it difficult to get snails. So you can put in the idea of farming snails wherever you are, but just ensure you put in the necessary procedures, the right feeding, and most importantly, getting the knowledge. Knowledge is power. When you have the knowledge, you put in your experience. From there, you'll be getting it all So for those who want to go into snail farming, so don't think it's something difficult. It's not really difficult. It's not something that will take much of your capital. Well, it is less capital intensive. The farming that you can do, there's different ways to earn. There are several ways you can earn from it. And it's a very interesting farming. And snail meat is very rich. Not like some other meats that is not rich for mass. Snail meat is very rich. It's for all, irrespective of age, for the old. Everyone can consume snail meat, and it also have its health benefits. There are some patients who are advised to take snails, and which sometimes doctors do recommend. And most important, it's rich for pregnant women who are advised to consume snail to help them in their to help the gestation of their babies. So snail meat is very rich, and those in the pharmaceutical and beauty and cosmetic industry, it also have its uses there. The snail slime. So snails is very rich. So if you want to go into snail farming and you are finding it difficult, we can guide you, put you through, so you have the basic knowledge on what snail farming is all about. Agriculture is very important in every society. It's either livestock or crop. Agriculture is very important. We need to eat. We need to eat to be strong, to be healthy, to be smart. So every society needs agriculture, and like I said earlier, we should imbibe, we should make it a continuity in agriculture. So agriculture is very important. It all depends on the one you want to engage. It's very rich to engage in agriculture because we ensure availability of food in the environment where we are. It will ensure food security and formidable food control. Control your own natural produce. Okay. And again, there are several things that are harmful to your snails, things that can cause mortality, like I said. So that when you put in the necessary procedures, the right environment, the knowledge, when your snails are safe, your snails will definitely grow. And the aspect of the snail eggs, like I said, you ensure you put in the right procedure. When you put in the right procedure, your snail eggs will definitely form and your snails will definitely grow. So if you want to get fertile eggs, if you want your snails to be laying eggs and you want to be growing young snails, you want to be selling or you want to be consuming snails, or when you stock your snail farm, ensure the farm is not overcrowded. When the farm is too much crowded, it can affect mating, it can affect feeding, and it can even result to mortality, because too much crowd can lead to mortality, cannibalism. Because when there is cannibalism can definitely result to mortality. So stocking snails of different sizes together in one pen is not advisable. It's not advisable. Too much overcrowded snails in one pen is not advisable. Not feeding your snails the right balanced meal is wrong. So when you feed even when the snails mate, the snails need feed for their eggs to form. So after mating, the snails still need to feed. When they feed, they will definitely lay fertile eggs. And you being the farmer, you carry out the process of what? Incubating the eggs and the daily maintenance of the egg until the expected time the eggs need to form and emerge alive. So there's a lot of it. There's a lot of it in snail farming. And for your snails to be growing, you need to ensure you put in the right practices. When you put in the right practices, your snails will definitely grow. Your snails will definitely mate. Your snails will definitely grow big every day. So there's a lot. There's a lot. Like I said, whatever you want to know, whatever challenges you are passing through in your snail farm, wherever you are, you can drop your message from the comment section. Reaching out to you to see in one or two ways we can assist to ensure you are getting it right. Okay? I'll be ending now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share this video. Share, subscribe. Definitely someday I'll come online again. I'll be giving you some interesting tips, some educative video you need to know about snail farming, what snail farming is all about, how you can start snail farming in your environment. Even if you are a far northern Nigeria, you can also go into snail farming. Don't think the environment there is very hot or the environment is dry. You hardly see rainfall. No, give you the right practices, the right procedures, you can engage in snail farming. Snails is very rich. It's rich for man. It's rich for all and sundry. Snails has its beauty, not just as it doesn't just serve as a meat for man, but it also have other economical benefits in the society where we are. So, if you want to go into snail farming, don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged about feeding. There is a lot out there snake can feed on. You can also grow pawpaw tree. When you have a pawpaw tree, you can feed your snails pawpaw. Snails like pawpaw. So most things out there you can feed your snails. Just the most important thing is for you to be persevere, patient enough, and do it with passion. We need to do snail farming with passion. Snail farming needs patience. It needs to do it with passion, and when you are patient enough, definitely someday you will earn from it. So right here, I'll call it a day. So we'll meet again some other time. I'll be talking about snail farming. So if you have any challenges, question, you can drop in the comment section. We're reaching out to you. Thank you for watching. Oh, happy day.